All right, ladies and gents, welcome aboard. It's time for State of the Atmosphere, the pop culture show of Joe's Atmosphere's channel. Today, we're going to talk about Goofy Captain America and Superman. Both of them goofed this week. Let's see, we've got the best martial arts movies, the meat of the second hour of the show we're going to have today. And we always got to check on the show's sweetheart. We're going to have the Sweeney Spot. All that and more pop culture stuff coming your way right now on State of the Atmosphere.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
All right, boys and girls, it is time for State of the Atmosphere. I'm your host, Joe's Atmosphere. Always good to see you. And as usual, I got the usual suspects, and we have a new subject. So we'll introduce them all right now. Knock, how are you doing this evening?
Not too bad.
Yeah?
Week's going by quick.
Going by quick. Yeah. Well, when you're getting ready for a move, I guess it's going by like lightning, isn't it? Right towards something you don't want to do, right? Jed, how are you doing this evening?
Moving a bunch of stuff. You know?
Yeah, moving a bunch of stuff.
I know that one all too bloody well.
Yeah, you've moved a few times, haven't you?
Yeah, I've moved too many times to count.
So how are you doing this evening, bud? Good to see you.
Oh, I just woke up like 5 or 10 minutes ago because
coffee in your system.
I got my protein drink and some the healthy stuff. Because I watched the RFK's hearing this morning. So
okay, you got up and watched that. Yeah,
I got up and watched. I wanted to see that. It was going to be a witch hunt.
Knew that was going to be a rough one.
Besides that, you know, I'm doing good. So
yep.
I'm just
okay.
You'll hear my general rattiness as I wake up. So
that's fine. That's fine. We'll get through it. Don't worry. We want to introduce you guys to Sumo Orange. Now, Sumo is somebody I met through Christian DeLorme. He does his streams over on Rumble, and they're usually music streams. We both have that shared interest. Sumo, let them know what you are and what you do, my friend.
Well, I guess I try to be a Renaissance everyman kind of thing, where I talk about whatever interests me, and I'm interested almost by anything that exists. Kind of not an expert in everything, but I share an interest in things, and I like to learn about things and, discuss things that I like and think, so I guess pretty simple than that. So, I talk about a multitude of things.
Well, cool. Well, thanks for being here, man. It's good to see you. I'm going to get in here real fast and get his channel link so that Sumo can put it up. Or not Sumo, but Vince. You can see I've got a wrench named Vince Womack. He hangs around our circles quite a bit, and he is the hardest working wrench in show business. But I will look that up and get it out there for you. Yeah, Eric K does a lot of work.
Yeah,
D-Bud Martin's another one. D-Bud Martin does a lot too. So. There are some great wrenches on the YouTubes, but boys and girls,
and Debug is awesome because I've known Debug since the start.
Yeah, my God, I think he was on screen with us the other day doing a movie. I think it was Top Secret on That 70s Rock Fans channel. We actually got to see his face for once. We never get to see him, so that was pretty cool.
I think he showed his face like I brought him on once because that's how he became a mod over there.
Right.
Because he started doing the Archivist, coming over to the Archivist, and I was like, had same interest and stuff, and over a good time. I was like, oh, dude, you're a mod.
Yeah, right. There you go.
Yeah,
that'll do it. Let's see. You guys know how we start the show. We start with the pop culture update. But first, let's check in on the chat. We've got quite a few people in here we want to say hi to. Of course, you know who the hardest wrench is, and he always says the same thing. Heidi ho to all you nerds and nerdettes. Good to see you, man. Let's see. And he also does this one, but you'll see that in a second, buddy. You know how I start the pop culture update. Also, we've got a friend of the show that you can't tell his name right away, so we have to introduce him every time he shows up.
There are some who call me Tim.
That's right. Tim's with us. HC 2005. I'm going to have to teach you how to do that emote, buddy. It's a capital Y between there, okay? It's not parentheses in the middle. Those look a little saggy, buddy, but it's good to see you. Let's see who else is in here in the chat. That looks like the only people that are chatting. No. My lovely wife is in there. What's going on, young lady? That's every time you hear me say Foxy, that's who I'm talking about. She's the Royal Fox in real life. So it's good to see you. Good to see you, young lady. She's at a restaurant right now. This is where she's at. So anyway, it's good to see you guys. You know, we start with the pop culture update. So let's get on with it, shall we? If I can find this stuff, I swear. I never can find my video.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
And we always start with the box office numbers from this weekend, and it's more of the same, boys and girls. This is not a good time for movies. Ooh. Last weekend, it was 84 million total gross. This weekend, 53 million. It's bad. It's bad. Flight Risk, in its opening weekend, Mel Gibson's newest movie, with Mark Wahlberg as the hitman pilot in it, opened up to 11.5 million. Yeah.
I'm glad for Mel. So
I'm glad he's got another movie out. Yes.
Oh, you do. And
yes.
You know.
And after seeing the way Wahlberg looks in it with the bald head,
dude, you know, he looks so.
It's so funny, man. I'm gonna have to watch this movie. Man.
Hey,
I'm probably
Jason's
not gonna go see it. It looks interesting. It really does. But nobody went to see it, as you can see. Mufasa's still hanging on with 8 million. One of Them Days, the comedy that opened up last week, it made 8. Sonic the Hedgehog still pulling in the money with 5.3, and Moana 2 still rounds out the top 5. But you see, it's all single digits except for
Flight Risk.
Yeah,
because everybody was interested in it.
And it's not much better than that. That's what I'm saying. The gate is down right now. This is where they put movies to die, really, is where they send them. Is the January slate, because everybody's going back to work. You know, they're not going to the movies much. And they figure they'll put something in there. Maybe it'll take off. Maybe it won't. And it looks like it's going to be more of the same next week. Now, one of them might do good just because it's a kid's movie. Dogman to bark louder than Companion at weekend box office with 20 million plus. They're predicting for this one to open up with. And Companion, I know nothing about. Have you guys heard anything about this movie?
No.
Companion?
No. Jace is in the back, Joe.
Oh, is he? Okay. Yeah. Jason, what's up?
Hi.
How's everything across
the pond, my
friend?
So, brother.
Hey, everybody. Hope you can hear me fine.
Yeah.
I hear you just fine.
Are you not any more pain? Are you doing good?
Oh, I'm always in pain.
I know. We're just hoping you're out of less pain.
Yeah, I'm Norwegian. Of course, we're always in pain. We're dark souled.
Chase, you know I know that feeling, so yeah.
It explains black metal.
It does. It does. But hello, everybody. Hope everyone is doing well.
We're doing good. We're doing good. Still saying hi to the chat and getting things started. Let's see. Martin Acosta Santanis is greeting my excellent friends. And yeah, looks like Vince is getting your stuff in there, Jason, in the chat. So, and he of course wants me to do my droopy dog. Hello, Joe. Hello, Martin. It's good to see you, sir. But anyway, I keep telling him one of these days I'm going to do this whole show like that. But let's check out what the companion is. I haven't heard about this movie. We'll check it out real quick on IMDb and
I haven't even heard of that.
Companion. No,
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, me either. That's
There's something weird, but none of us have heard about this movie yet because at least one of
I
us.
told you they drop these movies in January for them to die. You know.
Yeah. Hey, Martin, what's up, brother?
Oh, I have seen the trailer for this. This is another one that's going to be like
Shit.
No.
Okay.
I don't know exactly if it's going to be any good or not, but this looks like a step forward on the robotic companion thing. This is a sex doll.
I've seen the picture. That's the movie.
Hey,
oh,
hey, we did hear, son, about this like months ago.
So
Remember
this ought to be strange. This one right here. It's a psychological thriller. Now that I think about it, I have seen the trailer for this.
Joe, we talked about this at one point.
I think we did.
I remember this now.
Yeah. and you know, I think something like the wife is jealous of
they already had
the androids.
Movie.
Yeah,
they already had that movie, and it was with that one chick everybody wants to bang.
Yeah,
that's the guy from The Boys, right?
Yeah,
seems
to be. He's got another one called the Novocaine coming up here pretty quick.
Dude, Novocaine looks so good. Let's go.
He seems to be the flavor of the month here early in the season. This movie season, so we're seeing a few with him in it. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else that's. I don't recognize any of these people down here, so that's going to have to be driven by him and his female lead, but. Yeah, there you go. That actually looks interesting to me. I don't think I would go out and.
There's been so many movies like this, though, so it's not really anything original.
What's
so
the horror movie they came out with where the kid had a.
Carrie, what's it called?
It was a horror movie that came out. They're fixing to make a sequel to it.
Is it with the little android girl thing?
Girl, yeah.
Yes. Megan.
Yeah.
Vince.
Vince also said yes. It's Megan. Yeah.
So
they have to do something good with the story, though. They have to do something interesting because we have so many movies like this.
Right. Yeah, there are tons of them. So, well, I mean, the fact that it's a sex bot, that's gonna bring a different.
What was that chick from that other movie that they just put it on Netflix, and it was that chick everybody wanted to bang that was in Transformers, the first movie?
Megan Fox.
Yeah, they had Megan Fox as one of those too.
I was gonna say, there's
really?
a Megan Fox movie that does the same thing.
Really?
Yeah, it's the same movie basically.
That's okay. Well,
yeah.
I guess I'll watch the Netflix one to see what they decide.
Yeah, to see that one. Yeah,
he gets it on with her hardcore.
Yeah, when I look up the plot for this movie and I see the description, I'm like Marty McFly. Hey, I've seen this one before.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
They've done a few of them, but look, AI is showing up everywhere, and I'm gonna show you some of that here in a second. One of the big things here in the States is the Super Bowl. And Fox breaks 8 million barrier for a 30-second spot.
Go fuck yourself.
Well, hey, look. But what's funny is, wait until you see who's paying for these spots.
Microsoft
selling
Google.
At least 10 spots at that level. They'll probably sell out all 10 spots. And this article here. No, that ain't it.
Not that douchebag comes later.
We're not ready for that guy yet.
Yeah, we're not ready for that.
What's stupid about this is that
There it is. Here it is. AI commercials are going to take over the Super Bowl this year.
Oh, fuck
be less movies and more AI stuff. What were you saying, Knock? I'm sorry.
Does that mean we're going to see more Amelia Perez commercials?
Yeah, probably not.
Please no.
Well, no,
yeah.
like most half of these commercials, if they're any funny or comedy at all in any of them, they're going to be showing a week before the freaking Super Bowl. Like
Yeah.
they don't
Yeah.
even save these things anymore.
Wait, so
Yeah,
that means
no.
they're not doing the Superman trailer at the Super Bowl?
Yeah, they're gonna have. I'm sure they'll have a Superman trailer.
I
but,
heard the rumors were they were going to come out with the Superman trailer at the Super Bowl this year. So
well,
They
I
probably
mean,
will, but
probably
still,
will.
stop
Yeah.
with the AI stuff on everything. Come
yeah, they need to
on.
stop that
Yeah.
shit, bro.
Well, I mean, it's something that they're gonna use going
You know,
forward.
there's a
Mhm.
thing that people can do called use your brain and use creativity instead of having a computer do it.
And
for
actually
you.
become an editor and a visual effects person. Like the stuff that I work with, you can just do what
Right.
I do.
Mhm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Pay somebody to do it? No, see, that's the thing. They don't have
Yeah.
to pay somebody to do it.
Here's my kind of take on the AI thing. Like, I think there's two sides to it, because someone like me who doesn't, really know art or doesn't have, certain assets available to him, right?
Mhm.
It's a nice tool to help you, right?
Yeah.
But it's also kind of bad that people just rely on it as a crutch when they do have access to
Yeah,
talent.
just be
you know what
at
I mean?
least if you use some AI stuff in something, please be honest about it at least.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah,
Don't
I've
ever-
always been upfront about it.
Yeah, you've got to, man. Let me tell
Because-
you, I use it for some of my thumbnails for some things, but
Yeah, but that's fine again,
You can
that's
tell.
fine.
You can
Yeah,
tell
but
when it's
Joe's
done that
honest
way.
about it that he
Yeah.
does it
Yeah.
too.
Mhm.
It's like I have friends in the music industry, and some of them cannot play guitar and stuff. So what they do is they use AI to make a guitar sound, and they add that in their music because they can't play it, but they're honest about it at least.
Yep.
They say right straight out, I don't know how to play guitar, so I needed to do this because I couldn't find anyone to play for me.
Hmm. Yeah, my brother, he just put out his third album, Sharking for Pearls, and he does everything on his Mac computer. He does everything. He's got a Mac, and he plays the guitar. Yeah, but I mean, he don't play the drums and shit like that. That's all stuff he created with. I don't know if it's GarageBand or what. I don't know what he's using on there.
Well, dude, it's awesome that he does that.
But
Yeah.
he takes lessons from I don't know the guy's name, but he plays with the guy that started Black Label Society, Zach Wild. He plays with him. He plays in his band, Black Label Society, and he's been getting really good at it, man. But yeah, he uses AI stuff to create his stuff, and he lets people know, all I'm
Yeah.
doing is playing guitar on this,
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm honest. I've created music, and sometimes I use AI for beats because I don't know how to create all the beats. But what I do is that I take the beats, I go to FL Studio and other programs that I have, and then I create something with that beat and create a full beat myself
Mhm.
with the little AI beat that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yep.
Like,
Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, as far as making a movie, like, it may be interesting for just one person to make a movie entirely out of AI just to see how it goes, right?
Mhm.
But like, let it be known that this is an AI movie. I'm just seeing how it works. I'm not saying this should become a norm. This is just let's just see how this goes. You know what I mean? Like, I think if you use it like that, but seeing how much money these Super Bowl commercials get and how much they're only going to need to pay for an AI generation compared to paying actors and whatnot, it's not a fun thing to see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is one of the main things that was behind the strike. If you remember, shortly after COVID, they went on strike in Hollywood, and a lot of it had to do with AI.
Yeah.
And
Look now, they're using a lot more AI.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Well, they saw it coming.
Yeah, no, I remember watching a guy, he is a voice actor, and he got really pissed on the AI stuff because they changed his lines with AI, and he didn't even get paid for it. But he
Yup.
heard it, and then he got really goddamn pissed. I don't remember the name on it, but it was a little, he went to court or something with it, but yeah, that's what they are doing right now a lot of
Yeah.
times, and that's disrespectful.
There's good uses of it though too. Like in Top Gun Maverick, Val
Yeah.
Kilmer's voice in that movie. I don't know
Yeah.
if you know this or not.
Yeah,
It was a
exactly, yep.
digital creation put together with his voice and his son's voice that they
Yep.
used AI to blend it together so we can
Yeah,
hear
so
it.
that that's a great way to do it. Like you have great aspects of it too, of course you do. But if you are like, there is one, I don't remember the name of the artist, but there's one artist on YouTube who became really famous because he sings, but he uses Michael Jackson's AI to sound like Michael Jackson, and
See, that's
that is what I think is
that is not the
disrespectful.
way to go. Yeah.
No.
And that should be exposed at every turn. It
Yeah.
really should be. Yep. Okay. You know what happened this week with Anthony Mackie? He follows up his comments by saying, "I am a proud American." Now, if you didn't see this,
Oh yeah.
I know what he was going for. I know what he was
Being an
going
idiot?
for, but he really slipped up badly because you know he detailed a bunch of American values and said he didn't think they needed to be American, and that's not really what he meant. But boy, people are jumping all over this. And it's a
lit his
bad
ass
look
up.
for him. It really is.
I lit him up.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people have. Knock, did you see this? Did you see what he said?
I caught a snip of it.
Yeah.
Just some, a small clip of it that they usually
Mhm.
show when they're trying to do hit pieces.
Knock,
Yeah.
Knock can always find all the stuff on my thing because I tweet everything. So.
It's like no matter what he meant with it, it was still really stupid to say because it will come out as really stupid, especially when you play a character named,
You're playing
the
Captain
Captain.
America. You can't
Yeah,
say
you-
it's American. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You can't say that.
Yeah, because
that's a
it
big
is about America.
Yeah.
Steve Rogers is,
Mhm.
he is America. That's his point. That's his suit, his shield. He stands
Yeah.
for the American value.
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
so Joe, right here, I have this right here that I did right here.
What you got? What you got? What you got there?
That's what this he put out. He said the stupid thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then he tried to clear it up,
Mm-hmm.
and then I said, "Let me translate. I
I
messed
messed
up. I had my agent, my manager, and Dizzy on my ass nonstop. He doesn't respect America. He doesn't respect Captain America. Stop with the lies at Anthony Mackie. What a crock of bullshit."
I don't know. I don't know that that's the case, though, Jed.
Yeah.
I think he just made a verbal miscue, man, is what I think. I think what he should have said was these traits are inherently American. He shouldn't have said what he was trying to say was these are good traits that everybody should have, is what he was trying to say. But
Yeah.
when you're playing Captain America, you can't sit there and say these
You
things
can't
aren't
say
American.
stuff like that.
You
When
You
you
cannot
play
say something like
Superman,
You
that.
can't say that. You can't say that.
two people, Superman or Captain America, you can't say shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I understand what he was trying to do, but yeah, he blew it with that one.
Yeah,
He
so.
definitely did. What's Vince saying here? The whole dragon talk made him sound like he was bait.
Yeah, it's like whatever he tried to come to points with was just like all over the place. He was just yapping the whole time.
Yeah.
Dude, he sound like Kamala.
Well, I mean, look,
Yeah.
he definitely stepped on it. They know it. That's why they put out this disclaimer the next day. So, you know, I wasn't even planning on going.
Joe,
to
that
see
wasn't
this
even
movie.
next day. That was a few hours in.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But you know, man, I hated for him because I like Anthony Mackie. He's a good actor. He's from my state. He's from New Orleans. That's where he's from. And I want to see him do well, but man, you can't be making
Vince
miscues.
is on point. Vince is on point with that one.
Oh my God. I don't think Captain North Korea has the same values.
And also, if you go to the Marvel comics, there is actually a character mentioned who is Captain China.
Really?
Yeah, there is.
Yes.
China. You gotta get it right. China.
But, you know, when you dig deep enough in comic books, you can find everything, man. They've got something like that for everything. They really do. But yeah, I like I
No
said,
matter what,
I root for the guy, and I hated to see what happened. Yeah, I really did. Look, there's a simple solution for this, guys. Don't put these dudes in front of microphones. Don't do it. Just keep them in the background. They're actors. Just keep them in the background.
Let them just be actors.
Yeah, that's it.
See, the whole reason why this works with me and Joe and Jace and Sumo and not, we don't act.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so next one I got here. I hated to see this one. Smallville star Tom Welling arrested for DWI in North Carolina.
Yeah, I
oh my gosh. I was like, Superman can get drunk? What is going on here?
I
I-
didn't like Smallville when it first started, but as the show went on, I started liking
Yeah,
it.
it's a really good
became
show.
He became one of my favorite Kal-El, because you can't say he was Superman, so
Yeah.
just say Kal-El.
But the whole thing with
Clark.
this too,
Yeah.
I went through a little of the stories. Like he's never done anything bad or said anything bad or
No, he
did anything
hasn't.
like that.
Yeah,
So-
that's,
And, you know,
that's the thing.
He,
yeah.
he must
They-
have been. He must have had the red kryptonite on him that day.
Yeah. But again, you know, this happens once in a while with people in real life too. You know,
Buddy,
maybe
I've
they
gotten 2 of them. I was a bartender
Exactly.
for 18 years, and look, it was what do you call it? Occupational hazard for us. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
you have a couple of drinks before you leave. You don't want to get behind the wheel when you're totally blitzkrieged. But you know, I mean, it can happen. People are human,
Yeah.
but it's never a good thing.
Okay.
A
No.
guy like this that has money shouldn't be driving drunk. Okay.
Okay, so
He's got enough money to get somebody to pick him up. He does.
I was coming home from the bar one night, and like from my buddies, and we were coming back, and I was the place that I worked at a while back, like 20 years ago or 25 years ago or something. And somehow I got a DUI without even having a car. And I'm like, what?
Dude, the first one I got, I was broke down on the side of the road.
Yeah, we were walking.
And I got one.
We're walking here.
Stumbling. We were stumbling back to my house and shit.
If you got access to a car and the keys and you drunk,
yeah, and I was like, how I'm over here like, how do you have a car? I decided to walk home.
let it be known, if you follow my show, I don't want you doing this. Don't do it.
We did lots of stupid shit when we were younger. We don't want you guys to do this.
No, don't do it. There is too many ways to be responsible and get a ride. There's too many ways to do it now.
Yeah.
Let's see. He told a story where he nearly crashed his car because his shooting schedule. After that, they picked him up and drove him from the set. Okay, I didn't quite get all that. But
to and from the set.
To and from the set. Okay.
I think I remember hearing something about this, but that was a while back.
He nearly fell asleep behind the wheel. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow. But anyway, I'll say a prayer for him because I am a big fan of Welling. And I have not. To be clear, I have not watched much of Smallville. I've only watched a couple of episodes. I enjoyed them, but I'm pretty sure everybody on the panel here has watched that.
Yeah, I've seen it all.
I've seen every single episode.
I'm up to season 5.
You're in season 5 now of it. I knew you were watching it. Yeah.
Well, they were both at the Awesome Con last year, so I met him and what's his name?
The Lex Luthor guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Michael. Yeah.
I know. I've met him. I got
Rosenbaum.
To talk to him
Yeah,
and I could talk to him for like.
And I just want to say the only sad part with Smallville that it did get canceled after the last season they had, but they did continue with comic books. So when you are done with the TV show, you can continue with comic books at least.
There you go.
And it started. My gripe with Smallville was it just started getting really interesting when they canned it.
Well, I'm going to watch it simply because I saw that they actually put some of the DC universe in there. Like I think Aquaman appears on it.
Well, it's not like
Zatanna is in one episode,
Cyborg.
right? Yeah.
You have the heroes. You have the JSA,
and of course, I've seen the Supergirl episodes. Those are the ones.
Of course, you have.
You know what's up, man.
They have Booster Gold, my homie right there. My
did they? They had Booster Gold on it? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
They had a lot of characters.
Superheroes in there. They had all 3 of them. So
yeah, they have talked about it, Vince. They have talked about doing a comic, a cartoon. They have talked about it for a long while now, but we still have to see what's going to happen with it because it's been in talks for so long, so we don't know what's going to happen yet.
But it's definitely it's a big property for that company, man. That was a beloved television show by everybody that I've talked to.
Without that show, we would never have Arrow. We would never have Flash or anything.
Yeah, it was a bridge to that stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was basically what started all that.
Yep.
So
especially in the TV show area.
And I want to say, Tom, when I met him, I don't know how knock experience was. But when I met him, I got to sit down and talk to him for like 5 or 10 minutes. He was really super cool, really super nice, and he seemed to enjoy a fan coming talking to him about the show. Because I said, I've seen every episode. I've watched it live when it came on. He goes, dude, I appreciate it. Thank you. And there's, well, what did you like about the show and all this other stuff and who your favorite characters? I was like, dude, I was so happy Booster Gold came in there. I just went, he goes, dude, you're really hyped up. You love it. I was like, dude, I love Superman. Dude, I was like, it's a shame they canceled it when it started getting good. He goes, yeah, I know. I wanted to go a little bit longer, but they canceled it. And I was
Well,
like,
I tell you, man, the nicest guy I've ever met at a con was, you guys are going to laugh, but it's true. The nicest guy I ever met at a con was the governor from The Walking Dead.
yeah, you told me about that.
The sweetest
Really?
human being I've ever met, man. He was a really nice guy. I had no idea, first of all, he was British. I didn't know that at all.
Really?
Yeah, I did not know he was British. And then I mean, it was so funny. He was saying, you know, those guys went on strike over here. I was never out of work during COVID.
Yeah.
I was never out of work. I don't understand why they went on strike. It just seemed silly to me. I was like, I don't know, man. You know, and we come to find out later on that it was mostly over the AI stuff. But,
you need to put Vince's last comment up.
Well, let's see. Was Allison Mack at the con? Oh, wait, wrong con.
I think my favorite so far has been Orlando Jones. He was out before anybody. He was the only one that stood in front of his table. He never sat behind it, and he just talked to you. And he was the first.
Yeah, it was the same thing with the governor. He wasn't behind the table. He was out in front talking to people. Yeah.
And I do understand the whole that it was so much nonsense with the striking, especially when they now are more okay with AI stuff. Like now it's fine with it.
Yeah. That's
stupid.
And I will say this, about 2 years ago when me and Biggles go to Biggles' Matt's channel. He's my homie. He hooks me up and helps me out a lot and does some other stuff for me and stuff. So go to his channel. When me and Biggles went to the con, they had the guy that does the voice of Master Chief, and then they had the guy that did all the music for Halo. Master Chief was kind of an asshole.
Really?
But the guy that he just here's and then pass on. He didn't really talk. He didn't seem like he wanted to be there. But the guy that did all the music for all the Halo games was there. That guy was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
One thing I've heard with so many people who's been at cons, when they meet, of course, the guy who plays C-3PO, he's the biggest dick of them all.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What's his name? Daniels, I think is his last name.
Yeah. And he is a dick. Like, interviews he's done, even his book, he's always been a dick because he loves himself too much.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, giving 3PO's character, that does not surprise me.
Yeah, right. He is kind of a tight ass.
Yeah,
right?
and it came out. Daniels came out and said, "Oh, I hated playing, C-3PO. I hated him." And I'm like, dude, you would never
I'm
be.
sure you don't hate the money.
Yeah, without C-3PO, you would never be famous. Nobody would knew you.
What's up, Canadian Spider-Man? Good
Hey,
to see
Canadian.
you, man. You can jump in here anytime you want to, buddy. You got the links. You
So
should.
I want to do this for that. Here's Biggles' links. This is Biggles for his ex right here.
Okay.
He hangs out with Ryan.
What a
we all
commercialing.
do stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Well, throw it in the private chat, and
I'll put it. I got a wrench, bro.
Okay.
Joe,
we'll
you know what you need? You need a commercial break sometimes.
You're
now.
right. Now, apparently, Jed's going to make sure we get a commercial break in here.
Oh, okay.
But anyway,
there's his YouTube channel right here.
Let's take a look at the next article we got here. Prime Video and Lionsgate signed multi-year theatrical movie deal. The agreement will see titles like Now You See Me 3, The Hunger Games, Sunrise on the Reaping Land on the streamer, after leaving cinemas and Star's early exclusive first run window. So apparently they're scooping up properties over there at Prime. Don't they have MGM? Don't they have?
Yeah, they
do
have
too?
some MGM stuff. They've been getting a lot of stuff over there lately.
Yeah.
So
So apparently their next one is Lionsgate, and I'm pretty sure Lionsgate is the one that put out that new Mel Gibson movie too. So you can look forward to that on Prime. They're scooping up properties over there.
That's the thing that frustrates me because they're what do they call it? Net. I would think either Hulu or like Netflix has the best AI for this. Not the AI, the UI for this. For when you go, I think YouTube's is pretty decent, but they're over at Amazon. They're it's just terrible when you try to go through things, man.
They are trying to fight with Netflix too, you know. So
yeah, they are.
Another thing though that these like Netflixes and Amazons are gonna have to consider, right, is because you have to pay to use Prime, right, and you got to pay to use Netflix, right. What they need to start considering is that even in a good economy, right, the economy is still not good, right, but let's just say, right, even in a good economy, no one is forking over the money to pay for Netflix, to pay for Amazon, to pay for Hulu, to pay for Paramount, right? No one is forking over that money. What they need to really do is all of them need to embrace the Tubi model, where free on a rotation, but you have ads. I know it's not perfect, but it's a better solution than making everything on 12 different platforms. It's all $10 a month, and I'm paying $120 a month for stuff I'm
that is
even gonna watch.
That is why a lot of people, stop using streaming services and do it the pirate way instead, right? So
riding the high seas, arg.
Yes.
I tell you, I pay for. I want to say I pay for about 4 of them, and we actually have through password sharing access to another one. But a lot of them are going to the lower tier when you pay for it. The lower tier. I know Knock pays for all his stuff with no ads. He can't stand ads, so
I can't stand ads
it's
either.
worth him. It's worth it to him to pay a little bit more to watch it with no ads.
But I will say this: I love Tubi and I love Pluto TV. I have no problem over there because they don't force you to do anything. Companies like Amazon, Google.
But look at what they're showing too, bud. They're showing stuff that's already damn near in the public domain too. It's all
Tubi's got some good stuff, man.
No, Tubi,
I know they do. I'm just saying you're not going to see first run movies over there either.
You have first one stuff from Korea. You have like Kamen Rider and Super Sentai over there that comes out.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah,
like in just a few months after it came out.
Yeah. Well, I'm watching it right now. I'm showing Rhonda Soap for the first time, and that series, all 4 seasons are on there. But it's got ads, and I don't mind it.
Just on the note of Tubi, though, I've noticed this. I have an ad blocker extension on my Chrome, and I don't get ads on Tubi if I use an ad blocker.
Yeah, bro. We need to.
Well, that's on the computer. I'm watching it on a TV. So.
We need to put you to the praises of Brave, my brother. Yeah.
Well, like I said, I watch television on my television. I don't.
Tubi is getting better and better. That's something I've seen through the years. Like in the beginning, it was lacking a little, but through the years, it's become better and better. So they are a growing company that, at some point, will be allowed to get more stuff too.
And that's what you're saying though with first run stuff, right? Because there's a lot of stuff that like the Apple movies pump out that look really good. Like I see a trailer, I'm like, holy cow! When does this come out in the theaters? I want to see it. Apple Plus, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not paying for Apple Plus, right? I'm not paying for Paramount Plus, right? But some of these movies look really good. But it's like I would like a way to see them for free, and I will take ads to watch it because I am not paying that kind of money to maybe watch a show.
Right. And we've had this discussion about streaming services before. They're basically, these studios have basically cut off their nose to spite their face, trying to make it in the streaming market. What they should have done, and I still subscribe to this, and I'm pretty sure my man Paul Chatto, who likes to hang out with Midnight's Edge, will say the same thing. I think you put your, it's all about, it's kind of like the old movie thing. The stuff you want people paying for, is stuff like the Taylor Sheridan verse. What's going on with Paramount right now? They put everything on there first, right? And then they'll show it on CBS later, right? With ads. If you want to see it now, go pay for it. But if you want to see it later, we're going to show it later on CBS. If you understand what I'm saying, that's the way they should be doing it. But not everybody's doing it that way. Yeah. They're fixing it to where you can only watch it here, and you can only do it here. Well, if you do that, you're not going to continue to make money on it, because there's some people that aren't going to buy that stuff. Like you're saying, I'll put up with the ads if I can see it for free. Well, you could have watched the entire Yellowstone saga on CBS just a couple of years later, right? They played it. 3 episodes a night on Sundays, all the way through the damn series. So that's what they need to be doing. What CBS is doing is smart, if you ask me. That they should continue to do that.
And for me, I need to. We can say go, be a pirate sometimes, because I live in Norway, so we don't get every single thing that I watch here in Norway. Yeah. And then no matter what streaming platform it is, and it's the same thing if I'm going to use Tubi, I of course need to use a VPN because it doesn't work in Norway. Yeah. So for us, we have to be more pirates in Norway sometimes. I even saw there's a movie that's actually made in Norway about, it's a Christmas horror movie about gnomes in Norway, and it's not even on Netflix in Norway.
Wow.
Yes.
You gotta be kidding me.
No. So I used the VPN, and so I went to America, and I looked at Netflix in America, and I see the movie.
To
and
watch
I'm just
a Norwegian movie.
Yes.
Here, yeah.
That is insane, man. That is insane. That is crazy. That is so silly. Oh my God. Well, yeah, that they're in the middle of, they're figuring out real quick that there's no more money to burn through, to mind the pun there. They've got to tighten their belts and start figuring out what's going to make them money. And I think you're going to see more of them doing what Paramount's doing. And Paramount's having to do it because they're $15 billion in debt. So they have to find a way to turn around this stuff. So,
well, they could put out good movies like Transformers 1 and continue on. But
they could make good stuff and
that's
stuff like Sector 31.
Sector 31 shit. Yeah. So.
All right. Well, speaking of shit, this looked just horrible.
Oh God!
I don't know if you guys saw this. Now they showed this during the NFC and AFC championship games. We saw this about 3 times a game during those games, and oh my gosh, what in the hell is that?
I was no CGI. I promise. James Gunn's promised.
No CGI bullshit.
The minute I saw that, I got hold of Jet, I got hold of Joe, and I was like, "Did you see what the fuck he did?"
God, it's Down syndrome Superman. What the hell is going on?
So wait a minute, he's actually flying?
He's
got the actor
right.
That's it, exactly.
But you can kind of see you as me, who works with film and knows visual effects and stuff like that. It's so easy for me to tell that you have used some stuff here with CGI, man. Come on. It's easy to see.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
but I mean, when I saw this, I know Knock saw it because we were both watching the games this weekend. What did you think of this when you saw it, Knock? Did it not look goofy to you?
Honestly, I barely remember it.
Really? Wow. Right away I was looking at it, I was like, what is wrong with his face?
Because you can also see when you see the trailer and in good format, you can also see on his face it's so CGI'd, you can see the skin is too clear to be normal.
It is too clear.
See that,
That's what's funny. Everybody that complains about CGI stuff and CGI art taking over, I'm like, no. You can tell when something's CGI'd.
Yeah.
You can.
And shouldn't they have snow in his face if he's flying that low to the ground?
Yeah.
Come on now.
But here's the thing. Here, in this thing's defense, let's remember something now. And I'm just playing devil's advocate here. We saw the Sonic trailer the first time, and everybody was in cringe mode over the way.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah. It was terrible.
This could be unfinished work. Okay, this could be unfinished. But why you would? First of all, the commercials that are going on these championship games, There were a few of them on that I hadn't seen before, and they paid a lot of money to put them on these games because they knew the whole world was watching. And if you're gonna put this out there, I'd think twice. I mean, what are you doing?
But it is James Gunn, and he does not care what people say at all. He is a twat when it comes to stuff. He will fight you and argue with you if you disagree with him, and then he will lie and lie and lie like he's done for ages now, because he thinks he's the king of comic book movies. He thinks he's the king.
Well, he's done good, man. He's done good. So
he has done decent stuff.
You
but
cannot,
he's not the king.
You cannot argue with the results.
He has done, but that's what gave him the ego, is because I've been famous.
The thing, and we've talked about this movie already. I'm hopeful for it, but my problem is, my God, it's got a lot of characters in it. It's got a lot of characters.
A huge hill to climb up.
Yeah, it does. It's got a huge one. Okay, this next one comes by way of Das Wolfen, who is not here tonight. He must be busy.
Yeah, we hope you're doing well, John. We miss you, brother.
Yeah, and but he sent me this one on X because he knows I love this video game. I play
Same. It's one of my favorite games.
Apparently, Beyond Two Souls video game getting a TV series adaptation by Elliot Page's Page Boy.
Really? Do that person called Page Boy really?
Yeah, well, that's the name of her. Listen to me. His, I don't want to say the wrong thing. His production company.
But it's just trying to like push it in your face, like it's like pushing.
Well, that was the name of his autobiography. But
it's like pushing it in your face. Like, remember, I'm a boy. It's like pushing it in your face. Like, okay,
right? Page Boy.
That's kind of stupid.
Right.
Wait, no.
What?
Does she still have a vagina? Then she's a girl.
No,
if you have a dick, and
she doesn't. She's had all the surgeries, man. He has had all the surgeries.
Oh, so he's a he now. Okay.
Yeah. He has been that way for a while. Yeah. So,
but they look really miserable.
He needs to man up and stop.
Yeah, I mean, God, every time I see every time I see him, he does look miserable. But
a TV show and Elliot Page is.
That's the thing. I'm wondering if he's going to play the part, because if he does, that would be weird, because it's supposed to be a female character.
Now that's acting.
Yeah, it's called acting. You're right. It is called acting.
But Elliot will never play a female character.
I don't think. He's going
I saw Umbrella Academy. I saw that show.
Last season. Oh.
Yeah, and they also have that they're changing in the show. And, I'm always honest about that. I will never call Paige a man, not because I have anything against trans people. I have a lot of trans friends.
Yeah.
But people like Paige is what I call transgenders, not the real trans people. Because for me, it felt like they did it because it was trendy, and they got more famous because they're, they were not too popular in the end. Yeah. But that's not the biggest problem. It's the writing, what they're going to do with the show. Are they going to focus on the wrong things with the show? Because the game is fantastic.
Yes.
But how are they going to do this? Are they going to push agenda in it? Or will this person actually,
the guy behind Quantic, the Quantic Dream Studios is fully behind it. I think he's involved in it. And
but sometimes they sell out too.
Yeah.
Just look at this. We have the TV show or movie about Until Dawn that's coming out.
Oh my God, that looks so terrible.
Yeah, and they have destroyed everything about what Until Dawn is and changed everything. So
it was awesome, and that was one of my favorite.
Well, we saw what happened.
Yeah.
We saw what happened with Borderlands. Everybody was didn't think that was exactly like the game or anything like that, but we're going to see more of these. Look, you can blame Sonic for this. Sonic's success, they're looking for any video game property they can put on the screen. And
but you need to put
that and Last of Us, the
Super Mario,
success of that one. Super Mario, another one. Yeah, it's the next superhero genre thing. I think we've seen a slowdown in superheroes and a lot of video game. What do we got coming up this year? We got what's the
Thunderbolts of superhero stuff?
No, not the superhero movies. The video game movies. We've got
video game.
Those. What's the maze one? The Minecraft. That's it.
Yeah, the Minecraft movie.
Yeah, Minecraft movies.
Yeah, I can't. I had to play every part black, just like The Rock. So
What? What are you talking about?
Fucking idiot has to play every single part in a damn movie, and then he's just like the fucking Rock and plays the same character, man.
Who?
He's talking about
Jack Black and the Rock.
Oh, Jack
Yeah.
Black? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know who you were talking about.
Yeah.
But
again, it's just do the same thing as we always say. Just respect the source material and make
yeah,
something,
if they
fun
do
and great
that,
about
this will be
it.
good. If they do that, this will be good. And
did you see the trailer for Until Dawn, Joe?
No.
Dude,
It
it's
looks terrible.
terrible. It's not.
I don't
like
even
the
know
game.
what that game's about. I've never played it, so I don't know.
That game is almost 10 years old now.
Really?
I think. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a really old game.
That's one of my favorite new horror games that actually came out.
Really?
See,
I don't play horror games, so
yeah.
The closest thing to a horror game that I've ever played is probably
Resident
the
Evil?
one with Homegirl running around with the chainsaw, lollipop chainsaw.
Oh, okay.
That's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
the closest thing to a horror
Yeah,
game.
we played that one night in game night on here the other night.
Fun fact,
All
that's
right.
actually a James Gunn production too.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh
Yeah.
boy. Oh
Yeah.
He did.
boy.
He did.
Well,
he
we're
created the game.
seeing some guys really scoop up some power in Hollywood these days. I mean, you got Taylor Sheridan. He's doing a lot of TV stuff. Everything he's touching is turning to gold so far. So, and then we've got James Gunn, who's been successful. I mean, the thing about James Gunn, if this is true,
It's a hit and miss.
Yeah, he's hit and miss, but he, from what they were saying after he left Marvel, it came out that he had actually outlined that whole arc with the Thanos thing. He had outlined all that for him, so if that's true, no wonder Marvel is as scattershot as it is right now.
No, for me, I don't trust James Gunn. He's already proven it too many times to me with the stuff that he's created in DC. And he's been lying way too much with DC and what he's doing. He can, in my view, he cannot be in control of a whole universe himself. He needs to work with other people.
Well, I'm still in the middle of watching that cartoon he did, which is what is it, Creature Commandos? I'm in the middle of watching that.
It's I'm having a hard time.
Not the greatest thing in the world. I'll tell you. It's just it seems like gore porn to me.
But that's what he likes. That's the thing he likes.
Yeah.
So
well, he did work at Troma, so
Yeah. There you go.
Just saying.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it for the pop culture update. But now it's time to check in on the sweetheart of the show. You guys all know who I'm talking about. I know you've got to know who I'm talking about.
How do you want me to handle the Sydney issue?
The Sydney issue?
Well, we should have a consensus on how the White House is going to handle it.
Well, I certainly hope the Sydney issue refers in some way to a problem that we're having with Australia, because if it's anything other than that,
Mr. President, Ms.
Sweeney?
I'll see you.
Have her come in, please. I am finished here.
Yes, sir.
There is no Sydney issue.
All right, it's time to check in on Miss Sweeney. There's not much in the Sweeney scope this week, but apparently some people are really looking forward to it. As you can but I checked out her Instagram, and she hasn't put a post up since the little vacation stuff she did with
I think she's busy working right now.
I think she's busy working too, man.
Yeah.
One thing she's been working on though that's in the news is the Super Bowl ad she's done. Video of Sydney Sweeney stars in When Sally Met Harry Hellman's NFL Super Bowl commercial. Now apparently Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan are getting back together for this commercial, and Sydney Sweeney's in it too. I'm not going to show it. I'd rather you guys watch it at the Super Bowl, but that is what she's been working on. It looks
wait, she creates the fake orgasm scene?
I don't know. I haven't watched it. I'm not going to watch it, and we're not going to watch it here.
Oh, I want to see that.
They're recreating that scene. If you know what I'm talking about, it's when Harry Met Sally. It's the famous orgasm scene, and apparently they're going to push Hellman's mayonnaise, I guess, with it. I don't know.
I've only seen the clip. I've never seen the movie.
You've only seen the clip, never seen the movie? I
I
don't think I've ever seen the movie either, but that clip is classic, man. It's awesome.
I
I've
had to go
not
to
seen the movie, but seen the clip.
Yes.
So I'm the only one here that went on a date and had to go watch this movie.
Was it any good, Jed? Was it any good?
It had parts, yeah, but I was kind of bored throughout the whole movie.
Well, I have to give it to Meg Ryan. She hadn't fucked up her face yet, so
yeah.
Yeah.
She was
But
gorgeous. So
there's enough to keep some of the guys interested. But yeah, I just did this to make.
But the
the girl
most
I was
important
with at the
thing
time.
with you were on a date.
I was
it a
on a
happy
date.
ending? Was
Yeah.
it a
Yeah, I
happy
mean-
ending on a date?
Yeah. I had a happy night that night, so you know. So, yeah.
now,
Well, then it was a good night at least.
I
Yeah, it
do
was a good
want to
night.
show these that Parrot had put in my my X messages. He sent me 2 of them, and I gave this one a thumbs down.
No.
People do
Black
a lot
Cat.
of
Black Cat.
CGI and
Batwoman,
her
Batgirl, and
on
stuff
things,
like that.
and that one I gave him a thumbs down on, but this one I gave him a thumbs up because we
And
all know
yes,
Then,
this
yeah,
is the
Power Girl.
superhero she needs to play.
that's my girl right
That's
there.
who
If
needs to play
DC
Power
had
Girl
the
right
balls to do this, they would have
Right.
sold so much. Like people
on,
would
man.
line up.
there. They would line up to see this.
This is
for
how
sure,
you
man.
know there's a difference between Joe. I love Power Girl. Joe loves Supergirl.
I am a Supergirl fan. I am not a
Yeah,
Power Girl
and
fan,
I'm-
but I admit this girl is perfectly physically
Built.
ready to play Power Girl. No
Power
doubt about
Girl.
it.
Think about
Power
all
Girl
think
is
about
my
all the
girl.
money they could earn with just this.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Dude,
They make tons of bread.
DC, I'm gonna say this, y'all. If you guys are watching, because I know sometimes you guys watch Nerdrotic, you watch all the others, you watch comics, you watch some of our. Please put Sydney Sweeney as
James
Power
Gunn.
Girl.
James
Please.
Gunn, if you want to please the
Please.
fans, here you
Yes.
go.
There you go.
Please.
Sydney Sweeney is Power Girl.
Yes.
Did you guys see this? Vince says, I don't want to see old Meg Ryan fake the ending and squirt mayo.
But yes,
That's awesome.
do you know how many guys out there will think you're a fucking total giga chad if you do this?
He also says, make double DC great again.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Power Sids. That's right.
We need figures of this now.
Let's put this another way.
Lady
This,
Spider-Man says no thanks. I'm pretty sure he's talking about the Meg Ryan comment. Yeah.
this okay. I know Gunn loves his ego. Dude, if you want an ego boost, put her in as Power Girl. Okay? Yeah.
But that's it for Sydney Sweeney this week,
Yeah.
boys and girls. That's all we got from her this week. Now,
Yeah.
we are going to talk about martial arts movies tonight.
yeah,
It was a subject that actually, I believe what you said, Knock, was kung fu movies. Isn't that what you said? I believe that was the genre
No.
you wanted to go for.
So here's the thing.
Hang on,
Icaro-
I'm talking to Knock.
Okay.
When he has a second, he'll answer me.
Yeah, I forgot all about that, but yeah.
Yeah, it was. But I decided to make it martial arts movies because
Okay,
kung
I
fu
love martial
movies,
arts.
I mean, that's very specific, and most of it's foreign movies, really.
Well, there's a
I
few
look at
that are
Canadian
really good.
Spider-Man, Kung Fu Panda.
Oh,
Even though Jack Black is a douche, yeah.
yeah.
Would Charles Bronson Hard Times count? It is a
No.
boxing movie.
It is a martial art. Yeah, why not? You know what also would count though, if you count that, I'm thinking more, actually practicing a martial art. But I mean, boxing is a martial art.
Yeah.
The one he's talking about, Hard Times with Charles Bronson.
Yeah.
It's about back alley brawlers. It's about what do they call that, man? Bare knuckle boxing.
Bare belt. Yeah.
Yeah. No gloves.
So I'm
But
just gonna
if
say
you
this.
say that one fits in there, then you also got to say that the Clint Eastwood Any Which Way You Can and Any Which Way But Loose movies is good too.
and
because
if you
he
want
was
to
a
put
bare
it
knuckle
like,
boxer, right? So
okay, so Joe, if you want to do that,
No, those don't count.
those don't
there's
count. See, there you go. The judge has
There's
spoken.
another one you gotta do. Roadhouse would count because it has some martial
No,
arts in
doesn't
it.
Oh
count.
yeah, those are martial arts.
Roadhouse?
Yep.
And in Equilibrium, that would count.
But I'm
Because
going to
That's one of my all-time favorite movies, but doesn't
Yeah.
count.
see. Yeah, knock. Let me see if I'm going in the right direction for what you're looking for.
Jet Li, Jackie Chan.
The star has to be a martial artist, a guy that practices martial arts.
Yes, I agree with that.
God,
yeah.
But there are some exceptions, though.
Can it be like a comedy still?
No, there really doesn't need to be Jet. It's pretty specific.
Yes,
we don't need to
I agree with
expand it.
Knock
We can do
here.
that elsewhere.
Yes, I agree with Knock.
There you go. That's what we're looking for. So let's see. I'm looking at a couple of lists here, but I want to start by going around the horn and saying what our favorite ones are. And I'm going to start it off. I'll kick it off. My favorite one, I actually got to see for the first time on the big screen almost 20 years ago. My favorite birthday party was my 40th birthday party. And that was in 2005. We went to the Robinson Film Center. It's a nonprofit film center. It's where I go to see foreign films, guys. Okay, that it's a nonprofit place that shows films as art, kind of. And they also show they rerun old movies, right? And they've got a really nice restaurant upstairs called Abby's Bistro. Me and my good friend Mark Peck, who he and I just went and saw Nosferatu the other day, and it's really good. But him and his wife and his son and me and my kids and my wife went up there and ate, and then I got to see Enter the Dragon on the big screen for the first time, and it was just so fucking good.
Wait, you
man.
just got it recently?
Yeah, no, back in 2005 I saw it, but it was on a big screen. It was on it wasn't on, shit, I hit the wrong button here. Hang on. It wasn't on a television. It was at a theater on a big screen, and it just blew me away. I've seen it. I had seen it 100 times before. I've seen this movie so many damn times. It's not even funny. But seeing this movie right here on a big screen for the first time was one of the thrills of my life, man. It really was. Because my favorite martial artist of all time is Bruce Lee, hands down.
Same here.
I love the guy.
Same
he is
here.
just too awesome. I even like the movie that's the ode to him called The Last Dragon, if you've ever seen that one. I love that one too.
With
Yeah.
Jason
You just took my movie, Joe.
I didn't take your movie. That's you can. I'm just saying, I love this guy that much.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend, if you've never seen it, there's a documentary out there called Bruce Lee: How He Changed the World, I think is the name of it. I'll have to look it up for you. But it talks about how his training regimen, Arnold Schwarzenegger used a lot of his training techniques and stuff when he was going for Mr. Olympia. I mean, it's amazing some of the stuff this guy did and the people that he influenced. But this movie right here, that's my favorite martial arts movie. So we'll start the discussion there. You guys give me your thoughts on this one, and then we'll have Knock tell us what his favorite martial arts movie is. Go ahead. Knock, what do you think of this flick? Have you ever seen it?
I've never seen it.
Oh, bud, put it on the knock list. Put it on the knock list. It's up there. This movie right here made him a star in America. People in the martial arts world already knew who he was. Well, the people in America knew who he was because he was on the Green Hornet for years. He played Kato.
It was a lot of stuff. But unfortunately, he didn't really get his big break really before this movie, and that was unfortunately also because of the Asian racism at the time.
That
happened all around it.
Mm-hmm. But what happened was they made this one. It was a huge hit, and he was in the middle of filming Game of Death, and that's when he died. He died, and there was a lot of conjecture. Did the Chinese mafia kill him? Blah 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 blah. All this stuff. And I heard an interview with Chuck Norris not too long ago, and he told what really happened. He took it was a drug cocktail that killed him. He was having a headache, and he took he was already taking something for it, and somebody offered him an antibiotic to help him, and the drug cocktails what put him in the coma.
And also was one thing that was really sad about the family too, is that they believed in a curse in the family because a lot of the young boys in their family died young. and that have happened for so many years. So unfortunately, it happened to Bruce, and then it happened to his son Brandon Lee. So
yeah, I mean, you can't deny that they've had bad luck in that family, no doubt about it, man. But you know, I was glad to hear that a few years back. I heard that interview with him, and I was glad to hear that it's not really a mystery. It was just a mistake taking something to cure a headache, basically, and it just shows you how this guy was built like a brick shit house. Trained harder than most humans would ever train. And something as simple as taking the wrong medications killed him. You know, that's how fragile.
Wrong medications, and you can also be allergic to medication. There's so many things that can affect people's bodies and stuff like that, unfortunately.
You know what they say about Bruce Lee, right? We all make jokes about Chuck Norris, but we haven't made one about Bruce Lee because
nobody
he's the only one to beat Chuck Norris.
That's right. But that's in a movie. I mean, you know, who knows what would happen if they fought each other. But my whole thing is this. I bought his book, the Tao of Jeet Kune Do, and I read a lot of it. And if you read it, a lot of people forget he had a philosophy degree from Berkeley. And he was a philosopher more than anything.
He was also a step dancer.
Yeah, right. I mean, he wanted to take the foundation of martial arts and strip it away, and his whole thing was you've got to be able to react in situations. You can't just be static and do the same thing over and over.
Yeah, his quote about water, right? You got to be like water. What is it like? Water becomes the object it's in, so it
can form to any container. It seems weak, but it can penetrate rock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's my favorite one. What's your
I'm just gonna say this is just such a great movie, and if you haven't seen it, you know, go and see Enter the Dragon.
Yep.
It's a fantastic movie. It really
and I
is.
want to also highlight the guys that are in it with him. John Saxon and Jim Kelly are two great. Well, John Saxon's a great actor. I don't know if he's a martial artist or not, but I would imagine he is, though, after working out with these guys. I'm sure he got into it. But Jim Kelly was a martial artist, and you can see it in the movie. He's really, really good. And nobody's got a better fro, not even the guys on the Mod Squad, than Jim Kelly, man. He had the killer 60s fro in that movie. Actually, it was early 70s, right? Knock, what's your favorite martial arts movie, dude?
Oh, my God, bro.
I definitely got to put it up there, but it's got to be Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Damn,
okay.
That's a good choice.
There's something about, you know, fighting and then doing it in the air that just appeals to me so much. Like when they that was probably
the mythos in it. That's what I liked. Yeah.
The whole, like, you can train to do that. It was just such a cool idea. I don't know if it originated from that movie, but I doubt it, but still, it just made it so much cooler to see that when they were doing that on the rooftops.
You're a man of class, at least, man. I love that.
In the trees and all that stuff. So I really liked it. It's just one
Michelle Yeoh, Show Yun Fat, you know, and
it had a great cast, man, no doubt.
So fantastic.
And who directed that? It's Ang Lee, the guy that he would go on to do several things, but that was.
Yeah,
I believe, if I remember correctly, that was nominated for Best Picture the year it came out. It was up for it. It was up for several awards at the Academy Awards. I love it when movies like this come around and they really inspire people, like Knox talking about. I love the mythos in it and stuff. He did another movie, I believe, called Hero. If you haven't seen that one,
that was on my list.
Yeah.
I was going to bring that up.
I saw that one in theaters.
Yep. But Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is a gem, dude. It really is.
It really
is.
Probably one of the cool things, and I'm wondering if Star Wars will continue to do it. Probably the one cool thing, because the show Acolyte, we obviously we had a lot of bad things to say about it, but the fighting was cool, and they implemented some of that into it. Which I really liked. So
right, they did. They had a lot of martial artist type fighting between the Jedi students and all that shit. Even in bad stuff, you're going to see some good things. And I always say that about like the Batman versus Superman movie. You guys have heard me say it before, man. I challenge anybody to find a better fight scene than when Batman takes out, better Batman fight scene.
Martha!
When he takes out Martha's kidnappers. Yeah.
I love that scene.
It is awesome. You kidding me?
Yes.
But yeah, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, that is a gem. You guys need to check that out if you haven't seen it before. Sumo Orange, you're next up on the hit parade.
Oof. I'm going to go with a more comedy, but it's still good, is Rush Hour.
Rush Hour. There you go.
Yeah, Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker.
Yeah,
Yep.
man. Yeah.
It's a good pair. I've seen the first two, and I liked both of them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But the first one is a solid movie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. It is.
Then we need to say, Jackie Chan, you have been talking about doing the fourth movie. Where is it?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
maybe I have seen the third one.
I haven't
What
seen
is that?
Chris
What is
Tucker
that?
lately.
Was that blooper? Damn, he ain't gonna be in the next movie.
Damn, right? Yep. Chris Tucker, man, I thought his career was going to be bigger than it was, but it seemed to be right here. And with this series, everybody remembers in The Fifth Element, I'm sure, as that personality, whatever the fuck he was, DJ or whatever.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
And I'm sure Fridays, everybody remembers that. But this is my favorite Chris Tucker movie.
Damn.
No doubt about it. Yeah. And
You got
Jackie Chan is one of the greatest martial artists that's ever lived. But he always leans towards the comedy side because he was actually brought up in a circus. The training that he took was for a Chinese circus.
But
so there's a lot of that involved in the stuff he does. I love it when he fucks with a chair. When he starts whipping people's ass.
Yeah, with the chair and all.
Shit like that. It's very cool, man. I'm sorry, Sumo, you were going to say something?
Oh, no, I was going to say, in a way, because the karate genre is very corny. Right. And I think maybe in a lot of ways he embraces that goofiness and just turns it into a comedy because it's very hard to take them seriously a lot of times, as cool as they can be, right? It's sometimes
whenever
hard to
he
take
punches
seriously.
something and then he shakes his hand.
Right?
Right, exactly. So why not just turn it into a comedy, right?
Yeah.
Take something that can be corny and just make it fun and funny. And I think that's where this movie executes really well.
Yeah. It's man, let me tell you, the chemistry between these two guys is fantastic.
Oh,
never touch a black man's radio, damn it.
Jackie Chan. I was a big fan of Shanghai Nights as well.
Shanghai Nights. Yeah,
wasn't that one of the Owen brothers?
Him and Owen Wilson.
Wow.
Wilson brothers. That's it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. Next up, Jed. What you got for us, man?
Only one, Jed.
Only one this time around.
I had two. One was
you can pick one right now.
Wait, listen to me.
I knew he was going to do this. That's why, gentlemen, that's why I preface this with just one.
Listen to me before I am going to even get it out. I was going to do a classic one in a modern day. That makes sense.
Pick one. Go.
Classic and modern day. I wanted to do classic. Have more,
Come on, Homer. Spit it out.
Well, can I do my classic and modern
Do
day?
it, man. God almighty. Make your own
rules. You could do
Go.
one, Jed. That's what you can
do.
So, The Last Dragon would be my retro classic movie.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I love that movie. I saw that in the theater when I was a kid. So, that I love that they paid respect to Bruce along with actually adding
with Leroy Green, right?
Yeah, dude. I just saw this with Kate just recently again.
Come on, bro. This guy right here steals the show.
Yeah, he does.
Shogun. Shogun. Wow.
Yeah. So,
damn it,
dude. And they just had a recent. And I wish I could have gone to see this. They, I don't remember what it was. They had, I think it was the 40th anniversary of it or something. I don't remember.
I like that it's less than 3 hours.
Yeah,
dude. This movie is so good.
Knock.
No, I haven't seen this either.
I love this movie so much.
Well, actually, I would say a good double feature for you would be Enter the Dragon, so you can watch some Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
And then see this, which is a tribute to Bruce Lee.
This was a total tribute to him.
Okay, let me tell these guys some details about this show that I know without even looking at this. This is Berry Gordy's movie, and Berry Gordy was huge in Motown. He was a music producer, okay? And the music in this is all Motown influenced, and it's all, African American music and stuff. And the girl that was in this, I believe her name is Vanity. Isn't that her name?
She disappeared later on. So.
Well, she was supposed to be in Purple Rain with Prince.
Yeah.
And she backed out of it. But this guy that plays the villain in it, dude, you're never going to forget him. The guy that plays Shonuff, the Shogun of Harlem, is just too much. He is hilarious. But the big bad guy behind everything, I can't remember the character's name, but I wonder if any of you guys that are big Superman fans or remember the Christopher Reeve stuff, have you those of you that have seen the uncut version of Superman, the Donner cut of it, this guy had a pet monster that had to be fed, just like friggin' Lex did, there was a lot of similarities. He had a Miss Tessbacher, the girl the girl that was running around with him that wanted the recording contract, right? She was the Miss Tessbacher of this dude, right?
So
I just was wondering if any of you guys even noticed those parallels to this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever made this was a big Superman fan because
and his name was Eddie Arcadian too.
Eddie Arcadian, that's what I'm talking about.
And
the big bad, yeah.
He was a mobster that ran arcades.
Yeah, right. But anyway, yes, fantastic movie. Love this one, bro. Love this one.
Do you want to hear my second one now?
Sure, Jed.
Okay,
make your own rules.
Go ahead.
No. I'm being honest. You want to hear? Go to Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Really?
For my modern day movie.
Really?
Yes, it has Michelle Kwan in it.
Yeah,
it has.
It's got martial arts in it. Yeah,
yeah, it did. Dude, the movie's awesome. I thought I was going to be bored, but
he couldn't do just one, huh? Okay, good.
I love this movie.
I'm fine with this one. But I wouldn't consider this a martial arts movie.
It is a martial arts movie because there is martial arts in it. There's a bunch of it in the movie.
It's more of a movie about a family.
But there is tons of martial arts.
I know there's tons of martial arts.
Michelle Kwan is in it, and she's even doing martial arts.
I understand. Short
Round's
Round's
one
in
of
it.
Knox's favorite movies, so
Short Round is in it. He's in
and
there.
he does martial arts in it.
He does all kinds of martial arts.
Yeah, dude. He
I don't know if I'll go see it in theaters, but I am kind of interested in that new movie he's got coming out.
You're talking about
we played the trailer last week.
Man, Love Hurts.
Love Hurts.
Yeah, Love Hurts.
It looked interesting.
It's got
he's like a former
Lynch in it as a gangster, doesn't he? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got he's like a former spy or something like that.
We're not done yet, Vince. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Although
that was actually my next one, but sure.
We'll get to it. But anyway, okay. Like I said, there's a lot of martial arts in this one.
Yeah, there is.
Jed, but I don't know.
It has a fantastic story.
Yeah.
It's just everything is awesome about this.
It's got a little bit of everything is what I'm trying to say. It's not a martial arts movie. It's got some martial arts. It's got some philosophy. It's got some comedy. It's got the family dynamic. It's got several things. Yeah.
The Oscars it got. Seriously. Yeah.
I would say so. Yeah. Yeah. But it's not for everybody. No. I showed it to my wife and she just didn't get it. She was like, "What?"
Yeah, that's the funny thing. Kay loved this movie.
Yeah.
Because she just saw The Last Dragon, then we went from The Last Dragon to this.
All right, Jason, what you got for us?
Go ahead, Jake.
So I'm gonna respect the rules for just only picking one movie. So it is really hard for me because I have so many martial art movies that I love. Also being a martial artist myself. Mm-hmm. And I would pick something with Bruce Lee, but I'm gonna let you have the spot because you picked Bruce Lee. So I want to try to pick something else.
You can pick a Bruce Lee movie if you want.
Yeah, I know.
He didn't make many. He didn't make many at all.
I know. And the reason I normally pick Bruce Lee movies too is he was one of my biggest inspirations in martial arts. Yeah. And also I can, be a little ego. I'm allowed to do that. We're allowed to be there sometimes, be a little ego sometimes, to say that I am a proud descendant of Bruce Lee's martial arts because of my master. So, because he trained with he is, he's still doing the martial art with, Jeet Kune Do, and he trained with Ted Wong, who was one of Bruce Lee's students, and all that. So normally I would pick Bruce Lee because
real quick, have you studied Shaolin Kung Fu?
I've done that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to say, 'cause that's his base. That's where he started.
Yes. So since I've done all that all my life and the send off martial arts that I'm in, but I do want to pick something that I want to pick another movie that I'm really in love with. It's one really great movie with a lot of great fight scenes, martial arts scenes, and it was also really beautifully shot and amazing. And that is The Raid from 2011.
Yes. I was going to bring it up later on, but man,
yeah, that is one of my favorite
my daughter actually turned me on to this. She actually spent a year in South Korea as a student. Went over there, and she spent half of the year on a farm, and she spent the other half at a hostel in South Korea, in Seoul.
Yep.
Is that 2012? Is that right?
11.
11? Okay.
11 originally. That when it came
the
out
right one. There's a bunch of things called The Raid, man. Jeez.
Yeah, but
Redemption.
I think it came out in 2011, but then it also came out later on in 2012. Because first it came out, if I don't remember, it was the viewing of it, and then officially to everybody in 2012.
I think this is it right here, man. I think it is. This is The Redemption.
Yes, that's
it. Yeah.
Yes.
It's known as The Raid, but
yes,
it's got a subtitle of Redemption. But
and it's an Indonesian movie.
If you the best way I could describe it to you, if you've ever seen Dredd has a lot of similarities. They're in a building and they have to work their way up through it. And
the fight scenes in this one is just some of the best fight scenes that you can find.
Chain. Yes. South
I agree with Jason on this one. So.
Yeah, it's a fantastic movie. Yes, that one continued shot is awesome.
It's an Indonesian film. Indonesian.
Yeah. It's from Indonesia. Yes. Wrong Raid. I don't think that's the wrong one. Let me see.
No, it is this one.
Looks like it to me. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it right there. I'm recognizing the shots in it.
Yeah, that is The Raid.
That dude right there is a motherfucker. Yeah.
It's EQ something last name I can't pronounce, and it's also Joe Talsim, who's a great goddamn actor and martial artist. No, if you are really into action movies and really into martial arts, this is a really good movie with good action, decent story, and it's just really beautifully done with everything, to be honest.
Yeah, if you guys have not seen this movie and you like good fight scenes, so well choreographed. I mean, it's so great, man, really. And the shot he's talking about, the one continuous shot that they had, it's a lot like what they did in Daredevil. That one, I think it was like the third episode of that show where they had that long drawn out fight and one continuous camera shot in the hallway. It was they've got one like that in here.
It's like Chef's Kiss right there.
Yes, this you have to read subtitles. This is true, but let me tell you that the action is worth it. The action alone is worth it.
If you love action, you love that Fury's Poland.
Now, I'm gonna bring up one that I don't know if you guys are gonna remember this movie or not, but I really wanted to see this guy have a bigger career than he did. I don't know what happened to this guy, but he made a movie called Perfect Weapon. His name was Jeff Speakman. And if you haven't seen The Perfect Weapon, check it out. I'm not sure what martial art he used, but this guy's career didn't take off from this. But it was a good movie, man. It was really good.
The Perfect. Yes.
Perfect Weapon. He uses different weapons in it, but he's the weapon. And Kenpo, that's it. An expert Kenpo karate. Yeah, and Dude, the fight scenes once again are excellent in this movie, but this guy's career never took off, and I never understood why, because I dug this flick, man. I really did.
No, same here. I think he just made movies until like 2006 or something, and that's like where it ended for him or something like that. Unfortunately, because he was really good.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know what ended his career or what, but man, this one movie right here, I've always enjoyed it.
I do know
Martin
that he did suffer from.
Santana agrees. Perfect weapon.
Yeah, that's.
But I do know that he did suffer from throat cancer at some point also in his life. So it might be one of the reasons why he stopped acting. Maybe.
Yeah, could be. I mean, he wasn't the greatest actor. Let's be clear. He wasn't the greatest actor in the world.
He's a good
martial artist. Really good martial artist, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, sometimes you don't need to be the greatest actor to enjoy a martial art movie.
No, and I would, Jace, I was hoping that he would do more because it was just.
Yeah, this one is great, man. If you get a chance to watch it and you like good fight scenes, man, check it out. I thought Bruce beat people like a drum with sticks until I saw this movie, man. He goes nuts with those things. It's crazy. Comic Relief Crusader says, look at all these beautiful people. It's good to see you, my brother. Good to see you.
Hey, Comic Relief, what's up, brother?
Knoxter.
Hey. Who are you calling beautiful?
Right? Don't
insult beautiful people like that.
But I also enjoyed Sweet Night that he did.
To chew on for a more
Vincent already put Bloodsport in there, but one that I watched a lot because I am a huge Jean-Claude Van Damme guy.
Yeah.
Double Impact. It made me question whether or not he had a twin brother. I was very I was like, is there two of them? Like I was like, what is this? But Double Impact, I had that on VHS. It was on the same tape as I think it was we had two movies on that cassette on that tape. It was
and Bully Young was also in this movie if I don't remember wrong.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, we can always check it out. I got the power.
It's a great movie.
Well, this one I watched the crap out of this one.
Yeah.
Same, dude. It's a great
Double
movie.
Impact. I think I saw it.
There may be a reason why as well.
Yeah, Bully Young was
I really
there.
like the movie itself, but
hello. Well, let me tell you something,
but
guys.
Bully Young is always being the bad guy is always great.
Before I continue, real quick, I've never been a big fan of Jean-Claude. I guess it's not the accent because I've always loved Arnold.
Is it that he gets beaten up all the time and then he wins?
I don't know what it is. But
by the way, Street Fighter is my guilty pleasure too. So.
Yes, Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you who makes that is the guy that plays the dude with the hat. God,
Bison?
I don't know who I'm talking about. He played in the Addams Family. He played the dad in the Addams Family. He was awesome, man. He played the Russian guy with the fucking uniform. The big bad in the movie. I can't remember his name. Shit. We'll look it up here in a minute. But anyway, continue, Knock, about this movie you love so much.
No, like I said, it was just it was Jean-Claude Van Damme times two. I mean,
yes.
And then you have you have Bolo in it, who's always the bad guys in his movie, which I always dug him.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
I thought it was a cool story that they were.
Yeah.
He was the sons of an entrepreneur and that got murdered, and then they're on their quest for revenge. And then one brother's they were two different people. That's so
it's such a great movie, man.
One's I mean, I understand people liking Jean-Claude Van Damme. It's just, I guess it was him doing the splits all the time. I was just like,
yes, the splits, his classical splits.
I mean, I had his G.I. Joes, and I was a kid at the time.
That's it. Raul Julia. That's the name I was looking for. You spelled it wrong there, but it's Raul
Lionheart
Julia.
was good.
Man. Lionheart. I tell you, my favorite Jean-Claude Van Damme movies are, of course, Bloodsport. I love the Frank Dukes.
It's a good one.
And the other one is Time Cop. I love
it. Oh, yes, Time Cop. That is
such a good movie.
But Time Cop is fantastic, man.
So
And of
good.
course, he does the splits in that one on the kitchen counter.
Exactly. Yes, of course.
You know, he had to find a way to get it in there, but yeah, I could see you digging this one.
He used to dance ballet too. So
what's the other one? What's the one with Dennis Rodman?
Man.
The names escapes me. It's probably like Double Trouble.
Double Trouble.
Hang on, I'll look it up. Double Trouble.
But that one, I also enjoyed that one too.
Is he in that too? God. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's
double.
See. There's
double
so many
team.
things called Double Trouble, man.
Double team.
Double team.
Really okay.
Yes.
Double team.
Yes.
That sounds more like it because it's
Yeah.
Because it's
Double Team.
Rodman.
1997.
Yeah.
So good.
Dennis Rodman, bro.
You're a VHS junkie, huh? Jeez, man. Wow. Check this shit out.
This was such a great movie, man. It was so fun.
Dennis Rodman couldn't act worth a shit.
And Mickey Rourke was in it. He was the bad guy.
Yeah, Mickey Rourke. Yeah, he was too.
Yeah, Mickey Rourke's in there, dude. This
the
is
90s are so much fun. This is what I grew up with, basically.
Look,
I miss movies like this. I want movies like this again.
Yeah, I miss movies like this, bro.
Yeah. Well, Jean-Claude had a great career. He really did. Being in the circle we run in, a lot of things we do is talk about movies. And let's see, that 70s rock fan, we did Cyborg on his show when we were doing Canon Film Club. He was in that one. And we just recently on Pop Culture Minefield on Military Monday did Universal Soldier. So,
Universal
with him and Dolph Lundgren. So
the first one will always be the best. The first one will always be the best of them. Because it become complicated because they have like different universes with those movies when they created so many of them. They became like different universes. So they have like different timelines. It was just so, but
yeah,
still the new ones were pretty good though, with the good action with Scott Adkins.
When it comes to Van Damme, another thing that really drove me nuts is how he would just sit there and hold his leg up in the air, showing everybody how he could control things, and then just kick somebody. I'm like, okay, look, in a fight, you're not going to sit there and do that. What are you doing? I don't know why people are kicking him in the balls when he does that. Never could understand that. Let's see. Laugh out loud. How ironic is it? Jean-Claude Van Damme voiced Johnny Cage for Mortal Kombat 1.
He was supposed to be Johnny Cage in the first game, and then
because he was an inspiration to Mortal Kombat. He was one of the inspirations.
He was supposed to be Johnny Cage.
Because the thing, I listened to them talk about Mortal Kombat, and when they created Mortal Kombat, they kind of wanted it to be about him. They want him to be the main character for the games and everything, but he didn't want to do it and stuff like that at that time.
Yeah, what do you think my Johnny Cage is like one of my favorite characters for?
He dropped the ball on that. He'd still be making money off that shit.
Oh, yeah. He would make money like bank loads.
All right, Sumo Orange. Give us another one, man. I don't think I'm going to pull up a list.
In Mortal Kombat 1, it was only when you have the Johnny Cage skin. When you have you need the skin of Jean-Claude, then you get the voice too if you use the skin.
That's crazy.
Well,
that's crazy. I may buy Mortal Kombat 1 because Jason, you missed it last week. We showed the Conan gameplay footage. And I am a huge Conan fan, so I might have to buy that just to play.
Yeah, I don't like the game. They destroyed everything that I love about Mortal Kombat, so I refuse to buy it.
I understand, no matter but being a Conan fan, I may buy it just to get that.
Yeah, Jace, didn't me and you do a Mortal Kombat show?
We trashed the whole shit about it. Yes,
Jace trashed the game, dude.
All right, Sumo, what you got next for us, man?
Real quick on Claude Van Damme. You ever see him that he was going to be the original Predator?
Yes. Oh my God, yeah.
We did that. We did that not too long ago on Pop Culture Minefield as well. I don't think I was there, but I was watching the show, and they did discuss how some shots in that movie are still him. Some of the camouflaged parts, I think, where they show him camouflaged. That some of the clips in that film are actually Jean-Claude stuff that he did before they switched to the other guy. Yeah.
Okay, that I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Mark,
that either.
back me up on this, or tell me I'm full of shit. Let me know about that
Martin
one.
will fucking have
Martin will
the last
know.
word on
He was producing for that show.
So
but
as
anyway,
far as
go ahead.
I'm gonna go with Kill Bill Part 1.
There you go.
I like Part 1 better than Part 2, even though I like the beginning of Part 2 a lot. It just does not end well for me.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Part 1, the beginning's a little slow, but overall it's better than Part.
The first one is the best. The first one is the best.
It picks up in Part 1. Yeah.
I mean, both of them are all good. Both of them
and
are
one thing
great.
I love about it is that they did a homage to Bruce Lee too with the suits.
Yeah, yeah, and I
the suit she's wearing on the poster, and right there in that scene right there
Yep.
is the banana suit from Game of Death. That's exactly what it is. Yep.
But this is a really fun movie. Like, this is just, you shut off your, like, it's got a good story, but it's one of those to shut off your brain and just have fun.
Enjoy it.
Fun movie for what it is. It's just, it is
and
just
good action.
I really love the anime backstory part of it.
Yes.
That part was kick ass, I thought, man. I thought that was really cool.
I will go out on a whim and say this. I think the fight scene with the Yakuza part, that might be one of the best action sequences in any movie.
Yeah, it's a little bloody for some, though. I mean, you can see where some people may not like it because of all the gore, but it's over the top gore. It's almost comical.
That's the point. That is the point.
Go watch Inglourious Bastards and watch the ending of that movie. Like, that's just Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah,
no, this was great.
Dude, everything about this movie, you're right, is so fantastic. Even right down to the final fight between her and what the hell's that Asian girl's name?
Yeah.
She was in Charlie's Angels.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Lucy
Liu. Yeah.
Yeah, you almost. The best part
Lucy
is you
Liu,
almost feel bad for her. Like, you actually grow attached to the people she's going after to kill. So each have a unique backstory. You actually
feel all these people friends, man. Yeah,
like there's actually some like aspects where you feel bad because their characters are so captivating.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I definitely like this one over number 2. I mean,
I'm so happy he didn't do a third one.
The story.
Oh yeah,
fine, but there was so much better action sequences in this. Like, there's no multiple target fight like this one in the second one. It's all one-on-one.
No,
I mean, the second one.
I feel like he kind of didn't know really where to go with the rest of this franchise because it just felt like that.
I mean, the second one, the beginning where she's in the coffin and it's going to the flashback where she's with the what's his name? The old.
I know. Yeah.
Those sequences are great.
I'll find out his name. God, the old man. What the hell was his name?
Like, those sequences are phenomenal.
Was that in the second one?
But like, I did not particularly care for that.
David Carradine, wasn't it? Who played the old man?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's called old man.
He's Bill in the movie. Yeah, that's David Carradine.
That's David Carradine.
One.
David Carradine's the guy.
Yeah.
But like,
I was thinking of the guy that trained her. That's in the second movie, isn't it? Yeah.
But as far as the second one, I don't care for the fact that she's reunited with her daughter. I think it would be better if it was left. She never was. It just, I think, kind of for her character that's up in the first one, it's better that she's not. And I don't like how cheesy Bill's death is in the.
Yeah, well, they foreshadowed that the whole time,
But they're a little too like. I can't explain it. Like, she feels like she should be angrier at him than she is. Like, it just, it's all anticlimactic. But this first one it's pure gold.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You talk about a strong female lead and stuff like that. It's got it.
This is done right. This is a strong female lead done right.
Because it explains why
overcome. Yeah,
she is the way she is because she's a trained assassin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she gets her butt kicked multiple times.
Yep.
And it got a great motivation. Simple revenge plot.
Yep. Simple revenge plot. It's well,
what
he said when he was interviewed during this that it was an ode to Oriental movies and stuff like that, but it's also an ode to the old Sergio Leone spaghetti westerns.
And I want to say also one of my favorite parts of the Kill Bill movie, especially in the first one, is when she's in the sushi restaurant, because that actor is Sonny Shibi, I don't remember how to pronounce his last name.
He was in all those old samurai movies.
Yeah, a real good classic martial artist.
That was a great little touch to put in there. I recognized him right away when he was in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go.
That's his,
Chai Hu Lu as Pai Mei. Pai Mei was the name of the old man I was trying to think of. Yeah. The guy with the beard, the guy that kept playing with his beard, white-haired dude. But anyway, great movie. Good one, Sumo. What do you got next for us, Jed? One.
I'm going to do one. Well, okay. I'm going to have one
we should skip him. He did too.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, right. He did too. God damn
it. I just have one thing to say about this movie.
Go.
Joe will know this. Here's to the Army and the Navy and the battles that they have won. Here's to America's colors and the colors that have never run. May the wings of liberty never lose a feather. Yeah, Joe knows what that is.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah. Go ahead and tell me I'm having a senior moment. I've heard it before, but tell me what it is.
Big Trouble in Little China, bro.
That's it. Big Trouble in Little China. Yep. That is Kurt Russell as the truck driver.
Finest,
yes.
Right there.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I like other Kurt Russell movies better, but this one is fantastic.
Yeah.
And this is another one I question whether or not it's a martial arts movie.
Okay, I'm going to bring this up like Die Hard. You're in a truck. They get stuck in an alley and an all-out kung fu brawl starts.
I know.
Okay?
I know.
Throughout the movie, there's multiple kung fu fights that happen. At the end of the movie where they go...
But the main character is not a martial artist, buddy.
You sound like someone trying to convince everyone that Die Hard
is just then there is this huge martial artist fight with everybody in the movie.
I know.
Except for him because he got knocked out.
Die Hard takes place during Christmas. There's a Christmas tree in the movie. They're literally doing a Christmas party. You're giving the same vibe there, Jed. You're giving the same vibe.
Times in the first 5 minutes.
But this is a great movie. It is.
Yeah.
It is really, really good.
It's a fun one.
It's John Carpenter, one of my favorite directors ever. It's
look to be at one of the cons. I'm going to.
I saw the list. Look, you're gonna have to show these people who's gonna be there.
I'm wait. Yeah, I was waiting to do that until we get a little closer because they're still announcing them. So I didn't want to. I didn't want to miss any.
Look, Kim Cattrall in her prime was one of the most gorgeous women on the planet. Kurt Russell's great. This guy right here, James Hong, he was in Everything Everywhere all at once.
Yes, he was.
Man. And dude.
Victor Wong has been a veteran of fucking Hollywood forever.
Yeah,
I mean, this cast is fantastic in it. So what's that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just saying the cast, everything that's in it is just.
And the story is. This is another one. Check your brain at the door. You don't try and explain it. Just enjoy it because it's a truck driver falling into a big old fight with a big old Chinese friggin' demon. It's pretty damn neat. It's
that
really
controls a mafia army.
It controls the mafia in Chinatown. Yeah.
Well, not mafia. Fuck, I can't think.
That word's just fine.
The Japanese. I was trying to think of the Japanese name for it.
Yeah. But anyway, yes, Big Trouble in Little China. Great movie. Great movie. Okay, what you got, Jason?
Well, for me, it's another movie that I really absolutely love, and I love this actor too because he's also a professional stuntman, and that's Tony Jaa. Mm-hmm. If you heard about him, he did the Ong-Bak movies, The Protector, and one of my favorite movies with him is Ong-Bak, the Tai Warrior. Mm-hmm. And the story is also about because some people, they take the statue, because their beliefs and stuff, so they are stealing a statue that is secret, sacred for their people. And there it is. Mm-hmm. And the action scenes in this is incredible. And I've heard behind the stories with Tony Jaa that he's accidentally hurt his stuntman because he did some he didn't do normal Mai Tai. He did Mai Baron. It's a different type of Mai Tai that kind of got illegal to do in the ring because you do a lot more different stuff, like styles like the elephant style, like you see that he's doing in the picture of the trailer there. And if you want some really great action-packed movie with martial arts and real stunts, no special effects and stuff like that, but real stunts, this movie is amazing for you. It also has 2 prequels, but they rely more on practical effects and some CGI stuff here and there, and the superpower, because it was kind of a myth story about the statue and the people at that time. But this one is just real fighting. People get hurt in real life, and he's a fantastic stuntman. He doesn't need speed to jump high either. He can just stand there and he jumps really high. And the techniques that he's doing is incredible. I try to learn that style, and it's insane to do that style, and really dangerous. But yeah, that is a good 9 out of 10 martial art movie. And if you have never heard about Tony Jaa, look at his movies and the stuff that he's done in Thailand and stuff like that. He has been in some movies in America. He became a little famous here and there in America, but not too much. And the comedy is always great because he always has that guy right there, Pet Thai, or how you say his name. He's in 90% of Tony Jaa's movies, and he's always the funny, goofy guy. He's always going to be the funny, goofy guy. Love him. Yeah. And one thing you need to learn about Tony Jaa, never fuck with his elephants, then he will kill you. Because a lot of the movies, because in Thailand and their beliefs...
I could have swore, didn't he like go and save an elephant in one of them? I feel like I've seen these.
He has done that. And rest in peace to that elephant, because the elephant that he was using in every movie, was an actor elephant, as they call it, died a couple of years ago. But he loved that elephant so much. That was like his kid in a way, It was, they really care about elephants in Thailand. It has a big meaning for them. So a lot of movies are about elephants too.
Wow. But I agree with Jace on this. This first one is the very best out of the 3.
Yeah. And one thing that he also did in one of the Ong-Bak movies is the second one. He's actually on elephants fighting stunt people. And they're like actually doing crazy stunts and stuff. And they could have actually died when they fall down. They could have been, the elephant could crush them. But they actually went so hard on the stunts and actually proved that you can do something really cool and amazing. He got compared to be the new Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan in the film industry at the time. Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I've never seen one of his movies. For some reason, his face looks familiar to me. For some reason,
he has been in one of the Expendable movies. I think the newest one. He was like, he was a character there. that was a sad thing. He became a little famous in America, and after he tried to play movies in America, his career kind of died out because of that, unfortunately.
Okay, well, we are going to talk about one more tonight, and I do want to mention the ones they mentioned in the chat. There was somebody was talking about Bloodsport, which we touched on. Frank Duke's story is a great one with Jean-Claude Van Damme playing him.
Once Upon a Time in China has to be mentioned as well. The series of movies, it's really good.
It's a series of movies. Let me
Jet Li. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on. Did you say Once Upon a Time?
Mm-hmm.
In China?
Yep.
Okay.
And while he's looking that up, if you guys want a TV series, you can binge The Warrior. Is based off, I believe.
The Warrior, on that TV show, is actually based on one of Bruce Lee's script of stuff that he wanted to do.
Really good show. It's super good fighting in it.
That's
high production.
Shannon Lee is one of the producers of the show, and that's an amazing goddamn show. You can see the Bruce Lee in it.
You can watch it.
Yes.
So go watch that. That is decent. So.
Okay. You said Jet Li, right? So that's the 1991 movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it. There we go.
But Joe, I know you were kind of distracted, but The Warrior's on Netflix if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I heard you. Yeah, you've talked about that before, buddy. You've talked about that.
Four seasons. It's really good.
Yeah.
And this is also based on
China with Jet Li. Tell us about this one, buddy.
And it's also a biopic, by the way.
Really? About who?
Yeah. Wang Fai Hung.
Okay. That's the original title, too. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
This is a
The
series of
biopic.
movies. Is that right?
I think there's 3 of them.
Okay.
A couple
Cool.
of them, yeah.
Wow, man.
These
Yeah,
are
Jet
definitely
Li,
these are on the top of a lot of lists for these kind
Really?
of movies.
I tell you, my favorite movie with him in it was The One. I love
Oh,
that
that's
movie.
a good movie.
Oh,
It's
that's a
got,
great movie.
it's
That's
got,
definitely one of my top movies for sure.
What's my man's
It's
name? I'm
6
having
movies and 1 TV
a
show.
mental block. The Beekeeper. Jason Statham.
Yeah,
he's
Jason
in
the
it.
Beekeeper.
He was very young. Nobody knew who he was when he was in that movie.
Yeah, the one is good.
Yeah, he was the punk kid cop, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
the
was.
young pup.
And he had hair. He had a little hair at the time.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
I was a little older when that came out, so I knew that he didn't have a twin.
Yeah. The One. If you guys, and this really was one of the first multiverse movies, you know. When
And
you
it
think
was
about
well
it.
done. There it is.
Yeah,
and
it
they
was.
was
So
well
good.
done too.
Yeah.
I
The
really
first.
love
This is the
one.
first mention of the multiverse.
Yes, I would say. And it does it very well, as a matter
What
of
is
fact.
it? 256, I think it is in this one.
I'm not sure.
There was a number.
It's been a
I
while
think-
since I saw it.
yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
It's
been
my
a bit.
favorite Jet Li movie. I mean, everybody was introduced to him with the what was it? Lethal Weapon 4. I think was the
Yeah.
first thing he was in America. I think.
Vince,
at
there's
least
a lot
come
of great
after-
Was it
Donnie
three?
movies. A
was
lot
it
of
the
great
third one
Donnie
or the fourth
movies.
one he was in? It was the third one, right? Yeah, the third.
I was
movie.
watching Jet Li and Jackie Chan before they got.
I'm
really
saying in
popular.
He's
America.
talking about in
That-
America, buddy. He's
Yeah.
not talking about.
I know
Yeah.
before they got
movies
popular.
that they were
Right?
doing.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Okay, hipster.
But the one martial artist I wanted to bring up here before we get out of here, and this guy's had a strange career, but this movie was his first movie, and it's my favorite movie he's ever made. It's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, this is a good
Steven
one.
Seagal. Now you
Oh
can,
my god, the
think whatever you
fakest
think
martial
of it.
artist. The fakest martial artist ever.
he is the fakest martial artist in the world. And he is the
He used a
gayest,
stunt double to kick.
he is the gayest
Listen.
runner in the world too.
Yeah.
Under Siege is one of my. I just enjoy
Yeah,
it.
but the guy made some good movies.
Yeah, he did make some good movies.
But if you haven't seen Above the Law, check that one out. It is really, really good. I loved everybody that was in this. They had a really good cast.
And Pam Grier was in it too.
in it.
so.
Henry Silva has been the bad guy in more movies than you can count, and he was in this one as Zagon. Sharon Stone, a very young Sharon Stone, before anybody knew who she was in this one.
First she had that.
Before she had the Basic Instinct,
The Basic Instinct
thing. Yeah. I think right about this time is when Total Recall came out too, and she was in that one too. It was before
Yeah.
she was a leading lady. But yeah, you should check this one out too. He does some cool shit in it. But I know why people call it a fake martial art, but I do. And you can
He's
say what
funny.
you want about him, an ass hat for sure. But that is a real martial art. It is what he's supposed to be claiming to practice. I knew a guy that taught it here that was really, really good, Mr. John Dukas. Just to see an old man just throw people around the room when they try to attack him is just hilarious to me.
Don't wave a gun in his face.
Right? Don't do
Yeah,
that.
I know.
Don't wave it. I would pull the trigger myself, but you know, hey. but yeah, you guys should go check this out, man. It's really cool. I got to tell you, man, I had much more fun instead of looking up a list, just us talking about the ones that we dig. So.
I think we picked up some bangers.
Yeah.
So there's some
That
good
we
stuff.
did,
I
man.
definitely want to see Enter the Dragon, and I do want to watch the raid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
part it's
The
two
Raid-
movies.
Else,
Two
man.
movies.
Hey,
Out of
Mark,
all the movies we talked about, the best fight scenes of all of them are in the Raid.
yeah, the
No
Raid
doubt
has
in
some
my
good
mind.
music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Raid is off the chain. It is
Yeah,
crazy.
1 and
It-
2. These two movies, both are
Yeah,
great.
there are two. Yeah. The Raid 2 is pretty good too, but I like the first one a lot.
Yeah, the first one is the best.
First one is the
Yeah.
best.
But it's not often you can say a
Time
sequel is
Masters
actually
are
pretty
great.
good.
Yeah.
Well, you got Wrath of Khan, so you know.
All right, let's go around the horn. We're about at the 2-hour mark, so we are going to be done with this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for being here, chat. And let's go around the horn. I'll start with Sumo. Whatever you want to push, let me know. I'm gonna pull up your link real quick so we can get it in the chat. If Vince hasn't gotten it yet. Oh yeah, and Vince had one more here. Check out Hard Boiled. Not sure what that one is.
Not that bad. So.
We can look at it real fast before we get to here. But let's see. Hard Boiled. Is he leading me down a rabbit hole here? What is he doing?
No, if he
I wouldn't trust him.
I know.
It's Chow Yun Fat. It's Chow Yun Fat.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh shit! He's saving babies. Look out! Saving babies. Look out!
Oh yes, it's that one.
Hard Boiled.
Dude,
Yes.
I love '90s movies so much.
Yeah.
The movies at that time were great.
Sorry, Vince. It's over 2 hours. Can't do it, buddy.
Can't do it. It's 2 hours and 8 minutes. Those extra 8 minutes.
Oh, so close, Vince. So close.
You
know the rules here. When you want me to watch a movie, it can't be more than 2 hours.
Look, my favorite Chow Yun Fat movie is Killers. I love that one. That's a John Woo.
And also, if you want to check out cool stuff,
Hard Boiled is
John Woo.
He did. John Woo was locked at the hip with Chow Yun
Yes.
Fat for a long time.
And if you want to watch funny movies, you have to watch movies with Jackie Chan's best friend, Sammo Hung.
Sammo Hung.
Yeah.
Yes, the fat martial artist.
Yeah. There you go. Okay.
Yes.
Sumo, tell us what's coming up on your channel and what's going on, man. I'm going to grab your link real quick.
Yeah, well, I got a lot of cool stuff coming out. I got our interview coming out. I hope to get that out Friday. Just depends if I can get it, edit it and just make sure it's all crisp.
When he says our interview, he's talking about he interviewed me today. So,
yes. I interviewed him. It's about
I was late getting ready. Yeah.
It was about a 2 hour thing. I forgot to record maybe like the first 20 minutes of it because I'm new to this whole thing. But
yeah,
hey, you live and you learn, and it's gonna be okay.
Exactly.
Tomorrow, I am going to interview Brian from That 70s Rock Fan. We're gonna that's gonna be fun.
Nice.
Yeah. And anyone here on the panel, open invitation. I put my email in the private chat where you can email me. I'll put it in again. So that way, if you want to reach out to me and set up a podcast, we can do so because I would love to interview anyone I can, really. Get some cred down and, have some fun conversations because I honestly think everyone out there has something interesting and fun to say. And honestly, I think people like hearing conversation just between two people, just having a conversation as if they were just sitting down at a restaurant or at the water cooler, just talking. I think people enjoy that format. So kind of the format I'm looking for.
That's his X, guys.
Yes.
That's where he's at. And I don't see a link for your YouTube. Where do I go?
Well, if anybody ever needs someone to talk,
okay.
If anybody needs someone to talk Star Wars with, I'm your guy.
There you go. Yeah. He's a huge Star Wars fan, man. That guy right there is big. Vince has got it up for Rumble. There's his
and
Rumble.
I just put it in the private chat.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I got you. Let's see.
I have. Yeah. There's. I'll link that as well.
Okay. Here we go.
But anyway, so yes. So
this is his YouTube channel, guys. It's at Sumo Orange 1776. Check him out. He's revolutionary already.
Yeah. But we're looking. So maybe sometime this weekend, if I can get it typed out and recorded, I would like to get a Judas Priest album kind of. I wouldn't say review, not really, or kind of a retrospective, but more of a recommendation kind of idea for people because I love all sorts of things. I love music. I love movies. I love sports, and I kind of like to find things that I like and recommend them to people, especially because considering, I am Gen Z, and I find a lot of Gen Z people are so uncultured with a lot of things, right? Because we're a very fad generation. Right. Mm-hmm. Where we go with what's trendy. And, it's not to say all of us are bad because a lot of us are looking for good stuff. We just don't know where to look. And I kind of learned the best way is just, put on the big boy pants and jump in the mud because there's a lot of good stuff and you'll get lost in stuff very quickly. It's why I love Tubi because I've gotten lost in movies and shows on Tubi. Right. And then with music, I get lost in Spotify. So, the point anyways, I say all that to say that what I like to do with my YouTube or in Rumble, is I like to be entertaining, informative, and I like to point people to
good stuff,
better things.
Yeah.
Sorry for the long-winded explanation.
It's fine, Sumo.
Some positivity too.
Just remember,
Knock is
Sumo,
a searcher just like you. He's always looking for good stuff.
Yeah, and Sumo, just remember, if you have Jed on, hold on to one piece of whatever you're trying to do. Okay? if you give him an open-ended question, he's going to take advantage of that. Okay, so
listen,
I like to talk.
He's going to make his own rules.
I like to talk.
Jason, thanks for being here, Sumo. Jason, tell us what's going
it.
on with you, buddy.
So yes, I've been away for most of the time since last year because my grandpa died, so I took a long break that I needed. But tomorrow we will be back with the Beyond, where we're going to talk about, of course, the normal pop culture stuff and what's going on, and also other shows that we do have, Skullcast and other stuff like that will also come back. It's going to be really good to come back to the channel. New intros, new stuff. Trying to focus a little bit more on positivity on the Skullcast, so we don't do the same stuff on There Is My Ex, if you're interested.
And I'm copying it and putting it in the chat real quick. Yeah.
And so also, other than that, we do a lot of podcasting, and we're working on a lot of new stuff that we're going to do. We are also going to get Chuck Dixon and Mike Barron back on the channel at some point this year.
Yeah.
To talk about some, recent stuff they have done, because we all know that Chuck Dixon's, one of his books are becoming a movie now. The trailer is also out with Jason Statham, Sylvester Stallone also being a writer on the movie.
Really?
And also David Ayer, yes. And it's going to be really interesting.
Last week, I think I saw that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it. So when I saw the trailer, I had to message him like, dude, this looks fucking amazing. And I had to ask him, do they really, because I haven't read the book yet. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten to read the book yet. So is this how you envision it? Is it really close to the book? He's like, nah, but it's still gonna basically be a good movie, because again, the people on it is making justice and making a good movie out of it. So he is super happy with it. Normally you can also find me on, of course, Vinyl Revival, where you can also find Sumo, because we talk about music there.
That's Christian Delorme's
yes.
Vinyl Revival. That definitely.
So you can find me there, and sometimes you can find me, of course, with the Sir Talk slot, where we talk about disgusting food and other stuff, funny stuff.
Yeah.
I love it. Two musicians getting together talking about food.
Yes.
You can also find Jace whenever I drag him over for the Archivist stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
And
just my channel. So
other than that, like I always want to say before we wrap up, I want to the audience out there, just remember that life's too short, make the most of it. And we on this panel, we love you, we appreciate you, and none of us would have been here today if it wasn't for all of you great people out there. Thank you for the love and support. It means the world to us. So thank you again.
Absolutely. I don't think I say it enough. I usually say it at the end of the show a lot, but I need to say it more. We wouldn't be around if it wasn't for the guys that are watching, for sure. Thanks a lot, Jason. It's always great to have you on the panel, dude. Really good to see you. Jed, tell us what's going on with the Archivist, bro.
I'm trying to, but yeah, and Jace, I'm gonna be getting a hold of you pretty soon too. So
you know where to find me.
Yeah, I know where to find you. I'll get a hold of you. So he's been on.
I know where you live.
Yeah, Jace has been on my channel for my namesake and been on the Archivist a lot. Jace is one of the OGs that started doing stuff with me back in the day too. So that's the reason why.
And
Jed, always been a good friend.
Jed, I have to say this. I'm glad you're getting back into the Archivist, because he talks about stuff he digs. He doesn't rant. He's talking about things he likes.
My Reverend Wolf channel is about mostly all the shit I hate.
And if it's me and Jed, we're gonna shit so much on stuff.
Yeah. That's the reason why when I'm like, but I was like, when I bring you over to the Archivist, we're talking about shit we love. He's like,
yes,
that's it. Yeah, he's very firm about that. Yeah. So, by the way, also, I'm not trying to cut you off, buddy. I'm just trying to.
Oh, it's okay, bro.
Cut it down just a little bit so we can get out of here. But also, if you're a big fan of Clobbering Times, this is one of the few places you can see him. still to this
Yeah,
day.
Clawby, we
He's
have a
on there,
bunch
so.
of stuff with Clawby over here, and if you guys want to see
Yeah.
Clawby, come. And also, if you want to see Clawby, go over to Nick Weiser's channel. He is
Yep.
on there as well as I am, as well as Nick and everybody else over there. So there's a couple places along with Clawby's channel. It's still up, so you can still go watch Clawby over there too. So.
I love that Nick changed the name of the comic book shop to
rebranded. It was the beautiful way in the
Very
honor.
cool.
It was so
very
amazing.
cool to honor him like that.
Yeah.
Okay, boys and girls, thanks a lot for being here. Let me let you know what's going on with the hosts channel real quick. You're watching State of the Atmosphere. We do this every Thursday night. I think we had a good one tonight. Had a bigger panel than usual, and you guys are always welcome. Always. Sumo, I'll be adding you to the X list for this show, so you won't have to worry about the links and stuff. You'll always have access.
Awesome.
State of the Atmosphere comes your way every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time, like clockwork. And then at 1 p.m. Central Time, you can check me out doing Sketching the Privateer. The story of America's Pirate Patriot comes to life as I draw it up. I'm in the middle of inking the first issue. You guys get to see me do it on my iPad live every Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time. And then the regulars on this show, Knock, Jed, and Martin Acosta Santana get together on Pop Culture Minefield and make fun of Game Night with John as he plays Fallout, Tale of Two Wastelands every Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time. I believe he's running 230 mods on this right now, so there's no telling what you're going to see.
How many mods is it?
I think it's 230,000 mods.
Yeah.
At this point.
And then when it goes down, we play GTA 3.
Then he tries to
that
drive.
GTA 3 has been my favorite so far.
Dude,
I'm telling you,
I
man.
had fun with that.
Anytime I used to be on his stuff when he did when he was playing Cyberpunk, and anytime he fucks up and has to drive with his keyboard, it's great. It really is. So you guys go check that out on Pop Culture Minefield's channel at 8 p.m. Central Time every Friday night. And then, of course, we're off this Sunday on NFL pregame party. The next time you see us will be Super Bowl Sunday at 10 a.m. Central Time, but we're off this week. Instead, it will be the triumphant return of the Brothers Hack the Matrix at 6 p.m. on Sunday. That'll be our new time going forward. We're going to do this show on February 2nd, and then we'll be off for the Super Bowl, and it will be regular every Sunday. Everything you need to know about the clown show that is 2025 through today's headlines. Brothers Hack the Matrix going forward at 6 p.m. Central Time every Sunday. And then, of course, you come back around to Tuesday, and if I can find the damn thing, I've lost it. Oh my God, no, my thumbnail's gone for it. No, there it is. Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, video games, cocktails, and fails comes your way on Tuesday, and we'll be doing Star Trek Online this time around. We're going to play Star Trek this week. So you guys come check it out. I love the space battles in Star Trek Online, but man, the fucking ground battles are just really wonky. And also, but come by and check it out. It's me having a cocktail and talk, and Jed trolling me the entire night, or Lunatic, whoever shows up.
Me and Loon both teamed up on him last night.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, come check it out. 10 p.m. Central Time on Tuesday. I forgot about Monday. It's my busiest day of the week, and I forgot about it. Monday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time, we're doing the train on Military Monday. That's Pop Culture Minefield. And it's me and Gary are veterans, and we talk with his girlfriend, Anima, and Martin Acosta Santana about military movies and the military aspects of them. So come check it out. It's a classic with Burt Lancaster and Paul Schofield, The Train, Monday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. And then on That 70s Rock Fans channel on Monday at 4 p.m. Central Time, It's Only Talk and Roll comes your way. And he's not going to have a show this week, but it's at 4 p.m. Central Time every Monday. Now, the next show we do, it's not going to be this Monday, but the next one I can't wait for because it's one of my favorite sci-fi movies of all time, Capricorn 1, we're going to do on February. It's the Monday after the Super Bowl. We're going to do it. So you guys come check that out then at 4 p.m. Central Time on That 70s Rock Fans channel. And that's it for me and my crew for tonight. So, Noxter, Sumo, Jason, Jed, thank you all for being here. Let's check the chat one more time before we get out of here. Vince says 230 mods. Oof. Let's see. It's Bethesda for you. All right. That's Bethesda for you. Yeah. Damn. Still have Brothers Hack the Matrix on Monday. No, we're not going to do it on Monday anymore. We're going to start doing it on Sundays, buddy. Running a train on the Germans. Yeah, that sounds really bad. And
yeah,
right. Nine. Anyway, Vince says, cheerio, guys and gals. See you next time, and stay nerdy, everybody, and have yourself a good night. Thank you for everything you do, Vince. You are the heart and soul of the chat. I appreciate you, buddy. And I want to thank everybody in the chat. I want to thank Comic Relief Crusader for showing up in there. Thank you for telling me I had a great show. I appreciate it. And I appreciate every one of the panelists and everybody in the chat. Thank you so much. I had a ball doing this. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless. Don't forget, whether you like them small, medium, or large, Titty Tuesday continues into Wednesday every week on Joe's Atmosfere's channel.
Let's go!
Let's fucking go! See you next time.